first of all, consider this a tutorial. So if you don't have your pen and paper, you better go get them because you're definitely going to need them. Anyways, hi everyone. My name is Marianne. I'm a Lagos-based content creator in case you do not know me. And here are the top 20 things I wish I knew before I got into Unilag. So before I begin, I have done a similar video to this one before, but there is a huge difference and improvement because I was in my first year, so I was just talking based off of things I had just noticed getting into the school. Okay, let me do a quick intro for those of you watching me for the first time. My full name is Marianne Modi. I am in my third year studying theater and film studies in the Faculty of Creative Arts, located behind FSS, if you know your way around the school. I am currently filming in my hostel. I'm in Makama hostel, by the way. This is just like a big sister video for any of you planning on coming to the school, what you should look out for, and everything you need to know, things that I wish I was told before I resumed in my first year. So let us get into it. I have my list written down here. So the first on my list would be you don't need to overread to understand how your lecturers mark. Okay, so like joining the school for the first time, your first semester exams is going to like mess with you because you don't really know your lecturers like that. You don't really understand the school yet. You know that it cannot be the same level of academics that you were doing in your senior secondary school that you still come and do in year one. Although year one is like a memory refresh of secondary school, but like just a little bit advanced. So what I'm going to tell you is that you don't need to overread. If you are the kind of person that wants to read at the beginning of the semester, fine. I am not that kind of person. What I do is I understand my lecturers and how they mark, how they want me to answer their questions, the kind of vocabulary they like, the fact that I will use my punctuations well. There are some lecturers like that as well. So I feel like you just need to understand your course outline, understand the course on its own, understand your lecturers and how they want their questions to be answered in their exams, and I think you're going to be fine, honestly. The next on my list is attendance and class participation matter more than you think. So my reason for writing this down is the same thing I said before, where like some faculties actually take attendance like really seriously. The only one I know about like for sure is law because of their biometrics and all of that. There are some other faculties that actually take attendance really seriously. Like you can't call and say, oh, I beg, help me do attendance now. Your physical presence is actually like needed. So attendance of classes is also going to help you see and understand your lecturers. Now, using your IQ, watching the way your lecturer teaches, explains, asks questions, and like interacts with the class will help you understand how this lecturer thinks, and how most likely he or she would want you to think as well when answering their questions. That's basically my reason for writing this one down. Also, you know that attendance in class helps for anytime they want to say, oh, you do even attend my classes, your classmates can speak up for you and say, oh, this person actually attends classes. Next on my list is balloting is wild. Prepare yourself mentally. That is so apt. That is so apt because like before I joined Unilag, I've been hearing about balloting and all of that, but like I didn't know it was this serious. Like, okay, so let me brief you. Balloting is a process where everybody basically fights for bed space in public hostels within campus. I've spoken about balloting before. You can check out my accommodation video where I really like went in depth about balloting and all of that. It's not funny. Balloting is not funny. You have to pray to Almighty Jesus for grace, strength, like mental and physical strength for balloting. I'm not even exaggerating right now. Like there are many people that have like I know personally that have like tried to ballot since we're in year one and they've never gotten a space. It happens that way. There's another person I know that she has always gotten it. She has even graduated now. She got a space year one, year two, year three, year four, and it was in the hostel of her choice. So you have to pray for grace. Okay, it's not by your first class or your kini. It's not by all of that. You have to pray for grace, and you have to have like stable connection when you are balloting, and you have to be like very very aware You have to be very alert. It's very important. You will find your people when you stop forcing it. So this is something I've noticed amongst a lot of like newcomers into the school. You really want to fit in, you really want to have a clique, you shall want to get friends. You literally don't have to do anything during your screening, your toxicology tests, all of that. You will meet people. You will need help because you can't do everything on your own. You will meet people, you socialize with people. Oh, what's going on now? Where do we submit this? Where do I submit this? From here, from here. If your spirit aligns with the person, you take the person's number, you guys keep communicating throughout, because that's how I started. Many people that are even in my faculty, that are even my course mates, I had met them since screening, even though we don't really talk right now, but like still I met them since screening time, and like I love the fact that we like walked the road down to together, like we helped each other. The next on my list is hostel can be really frustrating, but it's full of memories. So as ironic as it may sound, after fighting for your life to ballot and get a bed space, you might end up getting frustrated. Why? Because of obnoxious or loud roommates, and like maybe the amount of people in the kitchen. Some people are not used to the fact that everybody showers in the same place, although there are stalls, but like there's no coverage. So some people might be new to that, but like I feel like other than that, the most part of being in hostel that is very irritating and frustrating most times is roommates. Honestly, if you have loud roommates or obnoxious roommates, in fact, just pray against loud and obnoxious roommates. Honestly, like I don't pray for it for anybody, even my enemy. Improve your tolerance skills and other personal values. Believe it or not, you might be the obnoxious roommate. You might be the loud roommate. Work on yourself, my love. You'll be living with people of different personalities and of different tolerance levels. Now, just make sure you're not the problematic person. Even though you cannot like change it, tone it down a bit. Then if you get to your room and you see that, oh, everybody's loud, happy for you. But like if you have like impatience, if you have you have to work on a lot of things, because like you're going to be living with people for a long period of time, people that you've not met before, people from far and wide. You'll be living with them, so just work on yourself. Budgeting will save you. Indeed, it will. So it depends on how you collect your allowance. You might be getting allowance every week or every month. I think you should have a planned out scale of preference of how you want to spend your money every week or every month. I think that's going to, because there's a lot of stuff in this school that might lead you to be impulsive like me. Plan properly. You should have like money set aside for any emergency stuff, something that just comes out of nowhere that you really have to pay for. But like other stuff, your routine stuff, make sure they are planned out every week. Even if it's not on paper, you can put it in your notepad and just make sure that you are not overspending for that day. You can give yourself, oh, I won't spend more than 5k today. I won't spend more than 4k, 3k. And you must stick to it. By the time you're spending 2,800 and something, go and sleep, drink water and sleep, move on. Because if you don't discipline yourself like that, you're going to be overspending, and that's bad. That's terrible. Number 7 on my list is campus side hustles are gold. Campus side hustles are actually really good. Unless your course does not give you that leisure time to get into business or render services or all of that, I would advise anybody to get a campus side hustle, because student bills actually choke, like I can't even lie, and you don't want to be calling home for every little thing. So I would advise that you get a side hustle. If you can be into hair making, nails, lashes, makeup, any of that. If not, there are businesses you can do. You can render services for people, you can help people with schoolwork. There are a lot of things that you can do actually, just to get some extra cheddar. I have a side hustle, my friends have side hustles, I have multiple side hustles. But because my department, my course gives me like breathing space to do some other stuff. So yeah, except you're studying like medicine or law. Some people in law are even having side hustles. So it depends on the way you can manage your time balance. We'll talk about that in a bit. You will face pressure from grades, beauty standards, and social media. If you're somebody that is easily influenced or convinced to do stuff, work on yourself, because there are a lot of people that are coming into school with their own concept of what university should be for them. And that might not be your plan for yourself, but since you're easily influenced and you're always around them, you might start acting that way or doing stuff that they do and all of that. I want you to have a mind of your own. I want you to be able to stand your ground on some decisions, especially when somebody or your friend or someone close to you is very like has a very strong take on something and you don't. It's fine, it's completely fine. Like, you don't have to always agree even with your friend, right, on a particular concept or mentality about something. Beauty standards for my girlies, you will see a bunch of women, like a bunch of women. They are tall, they are short, they are slim, they are thick. There's every shape and size in this school, every complexion. You just have to like believe in yourself, like genuinely, that you are okay and you are enough. You don't need anybody to get into your head or any of those crap. Okay? You are okay. You are enough. All right? Once you know where you are headed, my love, that's okay for you. Course registration confusion. Even I, that's in my third year in this school, I still get confused when I'm doing my course registration, bro. Like, just make sure that you are in the loop of information, because there's something that happened to me and my friend last session where we registered the wrong course code. The course title was right though, but the course code was wrong. Now see what happened. As soon as our list of courses came out, we ran to go and register the courses. And then the portal closed, but then it was later opened. And when the portal was later opened, we didn't notice that one of the course codes that we registered had been changed from two something to two something else. But it was the same course. We didn't notice. We sat through all the classes for that semester. We wrote our exams. Is when our like results were about to be recorded that like we're now called that you guys did not write this exam. You guys didn't do this course. We're like, "Ah, we did the course now." Then we checked our portal. We registered the wrong course, bro. Registered the wrong course code. So like I don't even know why that was a problem. Since it was the same course title, bro. It took us a lot to sort that thing out because we had searched for this for the classes throughout the semester. We had sat for the examination, but on the portal it was saying otherwise. So we had to sort it out, and it was a lot. I can't even lie. So please and please make sure you ask enough questions for course registration. Confirm, like anytime the portal is reopened, go and confirm your courses again. Confirm the course codes, confirm the course titles before you now save it the final time before your exam. You're welcome. There is no shame in being broke. Let me give you a scenario. If your friends are about to like buy something or go somewhere, and you know in your heart that what you have in your account is supposed to take you for the next 1 week or 2 weeks or even a month, but you want to show yourself, Oga, go and sit down. Like, you don't have to, like, these things are not do or die. Like, you don't have to. Like, if you know in your heart that you're not expecting money from anywhere, this is what you have. You don't have, bro. The people that have, let them spend it. But you know what you have. So you calm your chest down. There's no shame in saying, oh, you guys, I don't have enough. I'm not really buoyant right now. You guys should go without me. Or they're like convincing you to buy something along with them. There's nothing in saying, oh, I don't have enough, or maybe another time. Like, don't don't bite more than you can chew, bro. Like, calm down. Except you want to be a risk taker and do let me spend it to come back. Do you? But I'm telling you now that there is no shame. You are a student. At least once in a while we get broke. It happens. Your CGPA is built from day one. Your first day into the school after your screening and all of that, when you have actually started classes proper, that is when your goal and your zeal and your drive to build your CGPA actually starts. It's very easy to get comfortable, especially in uni where there's no parental guidance, there's enough freedom. It's very, very easy for you to get relaxed. So it is that first day, gone, gone, that you start telling yourself that, oh, I have where I'm going to, I have a goal, I have, do you understand? That zeal, that drive should come on that first day. Finding friends and going to this and going to that should not be your goal as you are just starting. You can start doing it later on when you feel like you found a balance, but like at the beginning I feel like you should be like totally focused on what you want to do. That's if you want to be a serious student, because everybody differs, so pick your struggle. Next on my list is second semester. Beware of second semester illusion. This is currently second semester, but like activities for this semester haven't started yet. That is why I can even film this video in silence, because second semester is filled with a lot of activities. Almost every day there are artists in school. There's whole week. There's Mr. and Miss Unilag. Every department has their Mr. and Mrs. of that department. There are a lot of parties, overnight parties, fest, beach parties, and all of that. And if you are an outgoing person, second semester might seem like a threat to you if you don't know how to handle or manage your time. So yeah, that is why this is part of my list. The pressure to belong. If you're coming from your home as a nerd, you're coming as a spiritual person, you're coming as a serious minded person who knows what he or she wants, please, I need you to remain that way. Like, don't give room for manipulation. People shouldn't be able to get you into your head. They shouldn't be able to convince you to do stuff that you don't want to do. Be so stern and like stand your ground on a lot of matters. Like, uni is a very crazy place because it consists of people with different values, different thoughts on politics, religion, and all of that. Number 14, we're going into expenses and we're talking about the hidden expenses in school, such as transportation, printing, handouts, practicals, textbooks, and all of that. That's aside your initial school fees. You will need extra money for other things. Now, if you are a theater arts aspirant and you're coming to Unilag, I hope you've been saving since primary one. I'm joking. Oh. But I'm not joking. Theater arts requires a lot of money, like a lot of money. Like if we add up everything we spend, is more than our school fees. I am so dead ass. Cab is 200 naira currently. You might say, oh, it's 200 naira. By the time you enter cab 5 times in a day, that's 1K gone. If there are distances where you can walk, please walk. Of course, if you can afford it, fine. But I feel like cab is something that will actually help you save. Then we have textbooks, practicals, let's not even lie. Like most of the textbooks that we buy, most handouts, we don't use them. We don't use them, but like the lecturer might tell you, oh, this is your ticket to write my exam. This is your ticket to attend my classes. It happens. If you have assignments a lot in your faculty or in your department, you're going to be printing a lot. Lecturers seldom ask for handwritten assignments. It's mostly printing so that they can easily be read and graded. This next one is for night walks. Always walk in groups or in twos or in threes. Don't walk alone, especially if you are going for overnight reading or you have overnight rehearsal. Like if you're in my department, don't walk alone. Like, I'm not saying that the school is unsafe, but just for you to be sane and feel like okay, I feel like you should work with someone, at least one person. So next on my list is how to actually enjoy your stay in Unilag is join societies, group hangouts, church fellowships, debates, spelling bee, and all of that. A nice way for you to socialize with other people is to join societies, participate in HOD games for your faculty or your department, participate in sign up for debate spelling bees. Next we have don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be like me, like you guys in year one. I made a lot of stupid ass mistakes. I was misinformed. Why? Because I was really shy to go and meet people and say, oh, please, do you know where this place is? Do you know what to do? Do I know? I'm not saying you should make a fool of yourself and make people see that, oh, you actually don't know what you're doing or where you're going. But when necessary, please ask questions. It goes a long way. It will really help you save time, save energy for a lot of stuff, especially when you're doing your registration, during your screening, your toxicology, when you have to submit this, submit that, go here, go there. If you need to ask questions, my love, please ask. And then look at the faces of people that you're asking questions. Like, look at their foreheads. If they wrote mumu there, don't ask them. I don't know how you want to tell, but like, look at people's faces first before you ask them questions, because many are mad, few are roaming. Your JAMB passport photo is what will appear on your student portal until you graduate. You guys, if you see my JAMB passport photo, maybe if I'm in a good mood when editing, I will like input it on the screen. I look like a fugitive, like I look like a criminal. I'm serious. Like, my hair was not done, my eyes were tired because that day they stressed my life. I waited to get my picture taken for like 6 hours. Make sure your jam portal picture is something to write home about. If you want to go for an executive post in later in life, that's the picture that will be on your portal. That's why people used to see you and vote for you. Please find your balance. What I mean by finding your balance is you want the social life, but you still want your academics to be like on point. There's a way you can manage your time better. There's a way you can create a timetable for yourself, you know, sacrifice some stuff that you know you need to sacrifice and just focus on what you want to focus on. Keep your head in the game. Don't be easily distracted. I know that it is easier said than done, but pray for the grace of God because it's not easy. There's a common ground that you can get to, that you will both be very social, outgoing out there if you're in the influencer field, and you will still be top of your class. It's very achievable. It depends on the way you go about it. You can lock in for 2 months. You have like 2 weeks to enjoy yourself and relax. You can do it in so many ways, but the cocoa is find your balance. Find your balance. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, but at the same time, don't go and overplay and forget your actual work.
Sorry for the break in transmission. My mic died, but I only have one thing left to say, and that thing is don't be a swagbe. For context, swagbe is somebody that is slow, sluggish, will do anything to get liked by the clique and all of that. Don't be a swagbe, especially in uni. If you are a swagbe in your high school, please leave it there, like drop it there. Because believe it or not, there are going to be bullies that will want to take advantage of your niceness, your kindness, your sweetness, your meekness. As much as you think you should be nice to everybody, still be woke, still be alert, always be aware. Constantly remind yourself that you are your own person in this school, because human beings can be very funny. Don't make people feel like you can easily be persuaded or convinced to do something. Alright, we have come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any friend or anyone that this video might be helpful to, be sure to send the link to the person. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I have other videos like this on my channel. Be sure to check my channel out. I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that teachers are better than farmers. Anyway, see you in my next one. Bye.